Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Adam with AK Lighting, here to help you install and improve your own landscape lighting. Well, in today's video, I'm going to go over the top 5 trenching mistakes that you will make and I have made over the years, so you don't have to make them. Watch this video. With that being said, I'm going to jump right into it. Now, the reason why I wanted to do the top 5 trenching mistakes is it's one thing to be able to install and really make your landscape lighting look amazing, but what if you mess up? What if something goes wrong? What happens then? So I'm going to go over the top 5 trenching mistakes that I have seen and actually have done over the years of doing landscape lighting. Now, these are not in any specific order. So the first one is not trenching with the right shovel. As a professional, I have used a few shovels over the years. One of the shovels that I used was, I think it was about $100 shovel. It was super heavy duty. It was supposed to be classified as a trenching shovel, and it was absolutely terrible. It was so hard to use. I got worn out after using it for a little while. There's another time that I used another shovel that just did not work out very well. You have to use the right shovel or your trenching experience will be absolutely terrible. And the right shovel is a spade shovel, and these aren't very expensive. You need to get a shovel like this at Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Lowe's, any of those type of stores, and it's around $20 to $30. And then make sure with the shovel that the place that you put your foot to stomp down is kind of larger. There are some shovels out there that have a very small lip for your foot, and it will hurt your foot after a while. So that's the first mistake, is not trenching with the right shovel. Now, number 2 is not trenching deep enough. Now, the reason why this is a problem and a mistake is there were times where the dirt was hard, or maybe I was just not really into digging deep enough to hide the wire. So if you don't hide the wire, what ends up happening, if you have rodents like rabbits or squirrels, and sometimes even rats, the exposed wire will end up being chewed and then cut, and then you'll have to figure out where the cut wire is and then repair it. So make sure you don't make that mistake and you dig deep enough to hide the wire. Mistake number 3 is trenching too aggressively. Now, this mistake, I will say, happens quite frequently. There are times where I just either get in the mood or the dirt's really rough and then I just trench really aggressively. Well, what happens is in certain areas of your yard, you will have things, and I don't know if you have it, but if you do, watch out for these things. So if you have drip lines in your flower beds, just make sure when you're trenching to be very careful, because even to this day, there are drip lines that are not trenched properly. You know, they're supposed to be every 6 inches or every foot, a space in between it. But every once in a while, there'll be one that just goes right through everything, or it's just off by a few inches, and then I'll end up cutting it, and then I have to repair it. So just make sure, don't trench vigorously in some areas. Another thing to watch out for when you're trenching is watch out for if you have speakers. Some people, they have those rock looking speakers in their backyard, usually around their pool. Well, there's a wire that connects all those speakers together. It is pretty thick, but your shovel will slice right through that. So if you're not careful, you'll cut it. So just make sure that you are careful while you're trenching. Now that brings me to mistake number 4, not being careful when you're trenching and you end up busting some sprinkler pipes. So there are certain areas, just like the drip lines were in the flower beds, sprinkler systems, they have their PVC pipe in certain spots in the yard. So just be mindful whenever you're trenching. So a lot of times if you have a flower bed, you will have sprinklers in the flower bed, and the sprinkler system is usually closer to the house, so that PVC pipe will run almost along the house. Now you might think that PVC pipe will be down like 12 inches in the ground, but a lot of the times it's only in the ground just a few inches. So while you're trenching, just be very mindful of where your sprinkler system is so you don't bust any PVC pipes, because that has happened to me a few times over the last few years. And I promise you, it is so painful and annoying. Painful when you hear that crack, and annoying where you have to dig around that spot that you've cracked, cut it out, put in a new piece for that PVC pipe so that the sprinkler water does not spray everywhere. Alright, with that being said, the fifth and final mistake for trenching is not trenching in the easier places. So you can easily trench in the grass all you want, but then what if there's places in the flower bed or just different areas of your property where it's just easier? So just keep that in mind. I like to make sure that when I figure out where the wire is going to go, that I place the wire in a place where trenching is not going to be a pain. So this tip is just don't make it too hard for yourself. Put the wire in easier places and it will be totally fine. And you will love the trenching process a lot better. Well, thank you for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Also, if you're interested in doing your own landscape lighting, there's a 25-minute video that you can watch that goes over landscape lighting. Check it out. The link is in the description below. Best of luck with your landscape lighting project, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.